My uncle and grandfather lost time, and I am convinced they were abducted by aliens. Okay, I love me a little alien story. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you didn't already know, act like you know, because it's that as well. So let's hop right into this video. So before we hop into the nitty gritty, first of all, I know y'all missed me because I missed y'all too, but before we hop in though, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, do all the things. If you want to hold off until the end, that's fine too. So without further ado, let's just hop right into this video. So today we are going to do true/scary stories off of Reddit. Like when I tell you guys I've been researching for some good ones. So this first story is called Stalker Story. Beautiful title. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Okay. This story takes place back around 2010 when I was 12. My two best friends and I, along with a few other kids in the neighborhood that were also our age, often rode bikes and exploring around the neighborhood, doing what kids do. Whenever we rode our bikes, we started to notice this older white sedan around a late 90s model that would follow us around the neighborhood no matter what street we turned on. And they would always go very, very slow and never stop following us, because that's the creepy van that your parents always told you to stay away from. That's the can I offer you some candy and snatch you up? That's the type of vibes that it's giving me. And I'm sure at the time them too. They wouldn't turn in at our house or anything. This went on for several months, and one day one of my friends was able to get the license plate, and that friend's parents contacted the police. Good. Y'all are some self-aware children. I like that. The police came out and got information from us, and when they looked up the plate, it did not match the car. Ooh. Not y'all being Scooby-Doo, you meddling kids. We're about to bust the stalker, I hope so. So it didn't match the car. It was possible that the person driving the car was trying to kidnap one of us and had stolen the plate. We never were able to figure out who this person was, and to this day, 13 years later, I still think about the situation and wonder what their intentions were. I just wonder if they're still out there somewhere. I hope they're not stalking anyone else. The reality of the situation, they are probably stalking somebody else, and they probably snatched up somebody else's kid. But the moral of the story is teach your kids to be more self-aware, like, you know, these kids when they were 12. Because some other children can be so naive about the world, and we've seen what naiveness can do. I know that people want to keep kids young for as long as possible, but sometimes you gotta give them a little bit of reality check of just being aware, even though you want to go have fun with your friends. I feel like that was such a grown-up type of advice. Oh man, this is what happens in your 20s, I guess. On to the next story. This one is called My Uncle and Grandfather Lost Time, and I am convinced they were abducted by aliens. Okay, I love me a little alien story. This happened years and years ago to my uncle and grandfather. For some context, my uncle has in the past had substance abuse issues and definitely was having those problems at the time of the incident. My grandfather is retired now, but worked really high up in the CIA. I don't know if you should be telling your grandfather business, and I don't know if I should be repeating it on my channel. And knew a lot of classified information that he could not and would not talk about, even after retiring. He is generally a fact-based, skeptical man and doesn't believe in supernatural or the unexplained at all. So one night, my uncle and my grandfather had about an hour drive home and were kind of in the middle of nowhere. I can't remember what they were doing, but it was early night, okay? So dusk, right? Because dawn is in the morning, like early morning, okay. But it was early night. For some reason, the night completely disappeared for them, and they showed up the next morning at home with absolutely no explanation or memory of what happened, what they were doing, etc. My uncle claims to this day that they were abducted by aliens, but no one at the time really believed him because of his history with drugs, which is fair. You know, they could question him like, are you sure it wasn't the drug? You wasn't on that stuff. The really strange thing is that my grandfather has been completely silent about it and even refuses to talk about it, even to this day. Honestly, maybe they experienced something just unfathomable. Ooh, unfathomable. What? I can't say that word. And just can't put it into words. They are flabbergasted. But I have like nothing to say about this one. Like, it is what it is. They had an experience, they can't talk about it, and there's nothing we can do as viewers. So this next story is called Remembering a Weird Sleepwalking Experience. When I was about 6 or 7, I went to bed in my room, and when I woke up, I was lying face up in the middle of the backyard, just as it was. Whoa, hold on. When I was about 6 or 7, I went to bed in my room, and when I woke up, I was lying face up in the middle of the backyard, just as it was beginning to get light out. Okay. A sprinkler had been turned on and moved next to me, not in the usual spot, so I was soaking wet as well. The obvious explanation to this would be probably be sleepwalking. But I had to walk down 2 flights of stairs and unlock both of the back door and a gate to get to where I woke up. So it's still pretty strange. Yeah, you might want to go get that checked out, because that's a lot of movement, especially if you have to go down 2 flights of stairs and unlock a door and get through a gate. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's like serious sleepwalking. You might have had a lucid sleepwalking. I don't know. Lucid dream sleepwalking. That's not even a thing. No, I'm making it up. I know. But yeah, no, definitely go get that sleep, checked out, or, tell your parentals, because that's not okay. And you don't want to like accidentally walk into a pool or something and drown. So, or something extreme. I don't know why my mind went exactly there, but you know what I mean, guys. So the last story, this one is called Childhood Ghost Experience. When I was little, my parents liked to flip houses, so we would often live in the worst house in a nice neighborhood while my parents worked on it. Okay, I mean, at least they were getting their coins up, Sometimes you gotta be the ugly duckling, and then to get to where you're going, When I was like 3-ish years old, we were living in a house that my parents didn't really like the energy of, probably because they felt some juju, something very creepy. They both felt like something was off about it. There we go. Don't tell me it was an old Victorian house, because I swear it always happened in a freaking old Victorian house. Creepy as hell. One day, they were sitting in the kitchen and I walked in and asked, why is there a little boy on my bed? I had no siblings at the time, so pretty wild. Obviously, my parents saw no little boy on my bed when they went to check. And we ended up selling the place and moving soon after that. That's actually really, really creepy. Like, I bet you sent chills down your parents' back. Like, I would have, I'm not a parent, but if I were the parent of that child, I would have definitely never stayed the night ever again in the house. Like, I would have been like, we're going to a hotel. Like F this, I was about to curse, but so F this freaking house, we're gonna just flip another one, because we gotta have the coins. We've been flipping houses our entire careers, our entire lives. So yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about these stories down below. What are your opinions? Do you think these stories are real? They say they are real, these are people's, they're sharing their experiences. Have you guys had any experience like these? And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.